Dealers are shutting down left and right. Once popular models are disappearing from showrooms. Random breakdowns are turning into everyday headaches for owners. This isn't bad luck, it's a full-blown collapse happening across the industry. Average repair bills now push past $1,200, massive recalls are hitting over 24 million vehicles, and some brands have watched their customer base shrink by more than 40% in just 5 years. If you're thinking about buying a new or used car in 2026, you need to watch this. Here are 13 car brands that are collapsing right now, and exactly why you should think twice before putting your money down. Number 13. Fiat. Fiat might look cute, but the brand is barely hanging on. They sold 1.2 million cars globally in 2024, an 11% drop from the year before. Most sales came from Brazil and Turkey, not strong markets. In the US, it's almost dead. They went from 46,000 sales in 2014 to just 1,300 in 2025, about 3 cars per day nationwide. Reliability has always been terrible. Electronics, engines, and cheap parts fail early. Many surveys don't even rank Fiat anymore because so few are on the road. Ownership costs are high for such small cars. Fiat isn't dying loudly, it's slowly disappearing. Right behind it is a brand with much louder problems. Number 12. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo sold only 120,000 cars worldwide in 2024, down 20%. Dealers are refusing to stock them. The lineup is tiny, just a few SUVs and 1 sports car. Buyers want more choices. Reliability is terrible. They score around 55 out of 100 in major tests, way below average. Engines, electronics, and repairs are expensive and slow. Resale value drops fast. The dealer network in the US has shrunk over 40% in 5 years. Number 11. Mini. Mini used to be that cool, personality-packed little car everyone wanted. Today those problems are anything but Mini. Global sales in 2024 landed at just 92,000 units, another 10% decline. In America they sold only about 8,500 cars, nearly half of what they did 10 years ago. The biggest issue is value. A base Mini starts around $28,000 and quickly climbs past $35,000 once you add options. For that money you could buy a much more practical, reliable, and spacious Honda Civic, Mazda 3, or Toyota Corolla that will cost far less to own long-term. Reliability reports regularly flag engine and transmission failures. Because these cars use specialized parts, repairs are expensive and not every mechanic can handle them properly. The classic small car fans feel abandoned while younger buyers chase EVs instead. Next up is a luxury name that still looks impressive in the driveway until you look under the hood and at the service history. Number 10. Lincoln. Older generations still have fond memories of big, comfortable Lincolns ruling the road, but today the brand is fighting for relevance. US sales in 2024 were about 93,000, slightly down from the year before. The lineup is now almost all SUVs. Iconic sedans like the Continental and MKZ are gone. Multiple safety recalls have hit recently. Over 24,000 aviators for seat belt issues, nearly 50,000 for rear camera software problems, and another big batch for electrical and battery faults. These aren't small annoyances, they point to deeper quality control struggles. Lincoln shares too many parts and platforms with Ford, making it hard to feel truly premium next to Mercedes, BMW, or Lexus. They're also behind on full electrification, still mostly offering plug-in hybrids while competitors roll out strong EV lineups. If you're enjoying this list so far, hit that like button, share it with anyone shopping for a car right now, and subscribe for more straight-talking automotive truth. Number 9. Buick. Buick was once the proud, smooth-riding choice for successful families. Today it's stuck in no man's land. US sales hover around 75,000 vehicles, just 1% of the market. The average buyer is significantly older, and younger people rarely even consider the brand. The lineup is small and confusing, mostly a few crossovers with no sedans left to offer. Buick sits awkwardly between mainstream Chevrolet and luxury Cadillac, so nobody knows exactly what it's supposed to be. Nearly 60% of global sales now come from China. If that market cools off, Buick will feel it immediately. GM wants Buick fully electric by 2030, but many American dealers are refusing to make the expensive upgrades needed for EV sales and service. Next is a brand famous for safety that's quietly running into serious trouble. Number 8. Volvo. Volvo built its entire reputation on being the safest cars on the road, but today that legacy is facing real pressure. They've already delayed their all-electric goal past 2030 because EV demand is cooling in key markets. Chinese brands like BYD are flooding the market with cheaper, longer-range electric vehicles. Volvo's own CEO has publicly warned that low-cost EVs could destroy some traditional Western brands. Tariffs on Chinese-made components have hurt pricing and profits. They've announced major job cuts in Sweden after big operating losses. Their key battery partner Northvolt went bankrupt in 2025, creating more headaches. Newer models have drawn complaints about software glitches and build quality. A flashier brand is hitting many of the same walls, but with even higher repair bills. Number 7. Maserati. Maserati used to scream Italian exotic luxury and performance. Today the reality is much different. In 2024 they sold just 11,300 cars worldwide, half of the previous year. Losses reached hundreds of millions. Stellantis has slashed investment in new models as a result. Popular nameplates like Ghibli, Quattroporte and Levante are getting old. The Grecale underperformed and their all-electric plans have been delayed or cancelled. Depreciation is brutal. Many Maseratis lose 70% of their value in just 3 years. Maintenance is eye-wateringly expensive, parts are scarce, and electrical issues pop up often. The service network is limited, and the brand sits in an awkward spot, too expensive for mainstream buyers but not exclusive enough to compete with true supercar makers. Number 6. Genesis. Genesis is the youngest brand on this list, but it's already hitting serious growing pains trying to crack the luxury segment. Backed by Hyundai, models like the GV80 and GV70 are gaining some traction, especially in America. But many buyers still see them as Hyundai with a fancy badge. They lack the decades of heritage that BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus bring to the table. Depreciation hits hard, especially on sedans and EVs. Reliability has taken knocks too, with multiple large recalls involving engine fire risks, seat belt issues, and brake problems. Early service was awkward because many customers had to use regular Hyundai dealerships. While standalone stores are coming, it'll take years to build true luxury trust. Number 5. Jaguar. Jaguar tried a dramatic reinvention by basically killing off most of its current lineup to go all-electric and ultra-luxury. The result? Disaster in the short term. European sales dropped a staggering 97.5% in April 2025. Longtime customers who loved the classic style and performance felt completely abandoned. The new direction jumped straight into $120,000 plus territory competing with Bentley and Porsche, but Jaguar lacks the same level of prestige and proven track record in that space right now. A cyber attack late in 2025 made things even worse. Recovery looks extremely difficult. Number 4. Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi was once a respected Japanese player, but decades of scandals, cover-ups, and manipulated data destroyed consumer trust that was never fully rebuilt. The company has far less financial muscle than Toyota or Honda, limiting new model development and EV investment. Many popular models have been discontinued, leaving a weak and outdated lineup that struggles against stronger competitors. US market share is now under 1%. They've exited China entirely and are losing ground even in Southeast Asia. The brand feels like it's slowly fading into the background. Number 3. Infiniti. Infiniti once looked like a serious challenger to Lexus. Today it feels dated and directionless. Many models haven't had major updates in over a decade. Technology and design lag behind rivals. The brand has no clear identity. It's not the most reliable, not the sportiest, not the most luxurious. Nissan's own financial troubles have starved Infiniti of proper investment. Sales have collapsed from their peak. They've pulled out of entire regions, and reliability issues, especially with older CVTs, continue to damage the reputation. Number 2. Chrysler. Chrysler has fallen dramatically. From selling nearly 600,000 vehicles in 2005 to under 125,000 in 2024, an 80% collapse. The brand now basically only sells the Pacifica minivan and its twin, Minivan sales are dropping fast too. Reliability problems and large recalls keep hurting confidence. Younger buyers have moved on to SUVs and crossovers. The entire Stellantis family is under pressure, and many dealers feel uncertain about the future of the Chrysler brand. Number 1. Nissan. This one hurts because Nissan used to be a household name. Today it sits at the very top of brands to approach with extreme caution. U.S. sales dropped from 1.2 million in 2020 to around 900,000 in 2024. The CVT transmission problems in older models are legendary at this point. Newer engines have overheating and failure issues. Many models score below average in reliability surveys. The lineup keeps shrinking, resale values are weak, brand excitement is gone. Once you drive a Nissan for several years, the hidden problems usually reveal themselves. What you just watched is the tip of the iceberg. The bigger danger is which of these brands might not survive the next few years, and what that means for parts availability, warranty support, and resale value down the road. Drop a comment with which of these brands surprises you the most, and I'll see you in the next video where we go even deeper. Drive safe out there.